Hello, we have a custom Lego minifigure review from Engineerio. If you want to check out my other videos, click right up here or links will be down below. Of course, what comes in the packaging is their business card. This one's a little different from the previous ones that usually has a minifig on it, but this one has their Facebook, eBay, BrickLink, email, of course, Instagram. You can check them out. Links will be down below, and of course, the minifigures will be as well. Let's jump right into it. This is Clone Force 99, also known as the Bad Batch from Star Wars. They just had their debut in the Clone Wars this past season. So we're going to start with the first minifigure, who is Hunter. These minifigures don't come with hairs, but they do come with the custom helmets. So first one, like I said, is Hunter, and here he is. One cool thing about him is they use the original, or not the original, but they use the Lego version of the clone faces. So they're not like a realistic type, they're the cartoon type, which is actually pretty interesting. So you can see they got the big eyes and everything. But starting with Hunter, he does have the bandana. Of course, he has long black hair. So you can see like the sideburns are long hair on the side right here. Red bandana, got a little skull on him. Does have some face paint right here on the side. You can see it looks like a skull. It's got the teeth right there. It's got the big clone eyes, eyebrows, pretty standard mouth. Printing is good though, looks nice. Nothing on the back of the head. Coming down to his chest and torso, you can see he has this the dark gray armor. It's a little bit different from the clone armor. You can see he does have shoulder armor right here. Accents come down to the chest. Red stripe down the center. Red accents down here at the lower. See where the armor plates would be stacked over each other. Coming down further, it would correlate all the way down to the waist and legs. Minifig can come apart. Doesn't hurt the printing. You can see a little bit of waist printing right here. And then you can see there would be like a belt buckle in the center. Coming down further, you can see the legs are just a little off aligned. You can see it's got more gray accents, the armor, the darker coming down the upper thighs, a little bit down the sides, and then you can see knee pads and a little bit of red accents. Coming to the side, he does have arm printing. You can see it'd be like shoulder armor, and it does have a little logo on the shoulder. Red stripe, and then coming down further you'd have armor all the way to his wrists, black gloves of course, and then there's no printing on the side of the torso, waist, or legs. They could have did boots if they wanted, or did some side printing on the legs. Coming to this side, this one is a little bit different. It does have a skull right there, same logo, and then I think same shoulder pad armor but different style accenting armor. So you can see this black kind of just wraps around the elbow and stops. This one kind of goes it's actually similar. It looks just a little different to me. Oh, it is. So under the shoulder pad, it has black. This one doesn't have black. And then he's got the wrist armor coming down to the gloves. No printing on the side of the body, legs, or waist. Coming to the back of the minifig, you can see that's pretty standard on clone design and armor. It's got the back piece right here, shoulder. You can see where the chest plate would be. A little bit of open section right here, and then the belt. And then there's no printing on the back of the legs. Now his final piece is of course his custom helmet. And you can see that right there. Custom printed. You can see the visor where it would be black accents, red stripe. The white on the one side looks exactly like his character. It's got the respirator printed on. Helmet's a little wobbly, but I think that's like most clone helmets. See right here on the front, kind of has that mouthpiece as well. And they have the holes in the helmet so you can put on antennas, visors, whatever you want. And then he just comes with a knife, and this is a Brick Arms combat knife in silver. So Hunter is really cool. On to the next. This one is Crosshair. He's of course like the sniper of the group, I believe. Actually not caught up in the Clone Wars just yet. Let's get him all out. He does come with some accessories, of course his helmet. So here he is. His head straightened. So he kind of looks a little older than the other ones. He does have gray hair piece, which I don't know if I have pieces. I don't know if there's next to me or not. But here you go. He has that same clone style, like eyes and mouth. He's got that cartoony look, and then you can see he does have some gray hair for his eyebrows and a little bit of some beard right here. He looks a little older. He's got some wrinkles in his forehead. And a little bit near the mouth. Kind of an angry look. And then there's no printing on the back of the head. Coming down to his chest and torso, same body type, so the arms and pieces are all printed on the same colors. Matches the group, of course. But you can see his armor is a little bit different. You can see it still has the shoulder straps. And then his chest piece is a little different. It does have the red stripe just like Hunter does. It does look like he has a knife right here where you can hold it. The sheath, of course. A little bit of some different armor. He does have a belt. You can see his pouches right here in the belt. Of course, you can pull them apart. Doesn't hurt the printing. And then coming down to his waist and legs, the printing from the torso does come down to the waist. And then coming down further, you can see he does have black legs. So it's much darker, his lower half than his upper half. You can see the accenting armor coming down. He's got knee pads, some red accents as well. Coming to the side, he does have arm printing. You can see he's got some red accents on his shoulder armor. That big black space would be like underneath it, or like more armor underneath his wrists. And then coming to his black gloves. Same as Hunter, no printing on the side of the body, torso, or side of the torso, waist, or legs. And you can see he does have the black legs compared to the body, which is the dark gray. Coming to the side, this arm does have different printing than the other side. So you can see, similar to Hunter, it has that same armor plate design, but there's a red stripe on the shoulder and on his wrist and forearm. And then there's no printing on the side of the body, waist, or legs. And then to the back, again, very similar back style. Clones usually have the same back style, just a little bit different look. So his is a little darker near his midsection. He does have a pouch, and then again the black legs. And then for Crosshair, he gets a cool helmet. Let's see if I can put this one on. So he has a slit in it, which does show the flesh tone of him. So of course you could change that out with a black head, and then it would be the look like the visor. He would have the crosshair right here printed on. Has the red stripe on the front and his breather right here. And then I think his crosshair goes on his right or left side, depending on how you're looking at him. Oh, it does actually. They custom drill the hole. I was looking, so this side doesn't have a hole, this side does. So you put the antenna in. I think it's the antenna, or they're the trackers. You can do either one. Oh, there we go. So you can do it like that, or you can have it up. And there you go. And then oh, it fell out. It's a little, they could have used a different helmet, made the piece fit better, or you can always glue it up if you want. I feel like it's just going to fall out when I set him down. And then he does come with a blaster, the rifle style. On to the next one. We have Tech right here. Of course, he's the techie guy, or it makes sense if he's the tech guy. Dump him out. So he comes with a few accessories, his helmet, of course, and he does have a backpack, which is a buildable. I'm going to do that really quick. I think I know how to build it. Might not. This might be out to go. I have to look on their eBay. I think it goes like this. Antenna might be switched, or it might be stacked on the stud, but it does come with a backpack. But here is Tech, starting at his face. So you can't see his eyes because he wears the goggles. See the bright yellow lenses on him, little red dot up there. You can see where the goggles would go over his face. See some cheek design, chin, a little bit of eyebrows, forehead wrinkle, his mouth. So he does have the same mouth, which makes him look like the cartoon clones, but his eyes are just covered. Coming down to his chest and torso, so he wears a white uniform, black arms, is this one. You can see his chest plates are different from both of those, but he still has the red stripe down the center. You can see where the armor straps go over the shoulders. Some accenting colors on the chest. The cut where in the center would be. And then he has more armor in his mid-section. And then coming down further, some black accenting with the armor gap. And then he does have a belt on. You can see his pouches right here, and it is in brown, it looks like. Has some straps that go off down past the legs. Of course, he can come apart, doesn't hurt the printing, and you can see it fits perfectly together. So you can see the straps going down right here and here. He does have some black armor on the upper thighs, and as well as in the groin area. And he's got knee pads with red stripes on those, and then he's got some straps that go just under the knee pads on both sides. Coming to this side, so again, he does have black arms printed. So you can see the shoulder armor pieces, red stripe goes all the way down. It'd be like 3 sectional, so the shoulder, elbow, and then forearm, wrist. No printing on the side of the body, and I think, oh, these are dual legs, dual molded legs, which is actually really nice. You can tell because they have that little cut up there, so these aren't actually printed, these are molded like this, so that's nice. But no printing on them. Coming to this side, he has the same style of armor, so you got the shoulder, elbow, and then forearm, but he has his little buttons right here, and he does have a skull on the upper shoulder. Red stripe, of course, goes all the way down. And then again, no printing on the torso, waist, or legs. Dual molded legs, though, which is a nice touch. Coming to the back, of course, is the same kind of back design, just on white armor instead of a darker or black. You can see he does have his belt right here with his pouches. Little can right there. And then he's got a really unique helmet, and we got to put his backpack on. Like I said, I could have built it wrong. I'll have to check. Let's put his helmet on. Kind of a loose fit, but that's just because it's a custom piece. I feel like Tech's helmets are always loose. But this one's cool. Unique look to it. It's a little big. It seems bulky. You can see again where his visor is yellow, and then accenting around it, yellow stripe down the or red stripe down the center, and then gray accenting coming down the sides. Of course, his breather's on the front, and nothing on the back of it. And then here he is with his backpack. Of course, like I said, I could have built it wrong, so I'll have to make sure and fix that if it's not. And then he does come with a pistol blaster. Give that to him. Put him on. And now for the last one. This one is, I believe his name is Wrecker. And I think he's kind of like the tanky guy of the group. I will put their descriptions down in the, I'm blanking, description. So you can check out their backstories and everything. He comes with a few accessories along with a backpack. This one I for sure don't know how to build. It could go this way. I'm just going to put it how I think it goes, and then I'll fix it, of course, after. So here he is. He actually is bald, so it works out. Doesn't need a hairpiece. But you can see he has the clone face, the cartoon style face. He does have one eye whited out. That's how he looks in the show. Some forehead wrinkles. He has a little bit of some bigger eyebrows. He does have cheek design along under his eyes and like nose area. Mouth is a little changed. It kind of has like a grunted up look. And he does have beard stubble, which is nice. Coming out to his chest and torso, his design, I believe, is same as who's it? I think it's the same as Hunter, but has a little bit of different. Has a little more grays right here. Let me grab Hunter's. Very similar in their styles, actually. They're almost identical. Other than this area having that darker gray. And then, of course, Minifig can come apart since the printing's all the same on them. I believe it's the same. Yep, it's pretty much looking identical other than that one part. Coming to the side, he does have different armor, same armor design, but different printing. He's got a skull right here on the upper left shoulder. He does have that logo right there as well. And then the red stripe goes all the way down to his forearm and to his wrist. No printing on the side of the body, waist, or legs. Coming to this side, so he has identical printing on both sides, it looks like. Red stripe, skull, logo. And then no printing on the side of the body, waist, or legs. He even has that cut on the armor under the shoulder right here, just like this side. unlike Hunter had. And then coming to the back, his would be similar to Crosshair, I believe. Oh no, it's Hunter's. So same identical back armor as well. So they kind of share the same like suit armor. But I love his face. I love the white out eye, the beard. Let's take off his head and put his backpack on. His backpack, they just use that neck piece again, and then it's these two pieces. Again, I have to make sure that one's correct. And then he does have his sweet helmet, which has the skull on it. You see it has their logo on the top right here. You can see where the eyes would be. And then that skull design is just amazing. Probably one of my favorite helmets. See the mouth on it. It's like an alien skull. It looks amazing. Of course, he does have the holes on the sides. I think these came just with this helmet. But he doesn't have any pieces to go in it. He does have a gun or blaster. And then he does have a piece that holds his knife. So this is a rubber or elastic piece. And you put it around the minifig's. I'm going to take his helmet off just so probably going to knock it off. Put it around the minifig's leg. So I'm going to put it over the toes. Pull it down past the feet. Of course, you can close the legs. It doesn't interfere with the legs working. And you can put it up however high you want. I feel like up higher looks better. Like as high as you can go on the minifig leg. And then you can put his knife in it. Of course, this might be on the wrong side. I'm not sure. So there you go. It'd look like that. And that's another Brick Arms combat knife. Straighten his backpack. We're going to give him his blaster. Throw his helmet on. And boom. Put him on a stand. Slide him over. And there we go. That is Engineerio's The Bad Batch. Great group of minifigures. Love the designs they use for them. I like that they use the old Clone Wars faces instead of like a more realistic one. It looks cool, and of course they'd all be matching because they're clones. But they did a great job with these figures. Can't wait to get more figures from them. They have a lot more cool ones coming out, I believe. And they have a lot more Star Wars ones too. So links will be down below. You can be sure to check them out. Be sure to check out my other Engineerio videos right up here. Our links will be down below. Be sure to leave a like if you ever liked the video, and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And as always, thanks for watching.